my channel. Just wanted to come on here today and share my little update and maybe get an update from you about how you're doing with the Run Right Reads Summer Reading Challenge, you know, this one. So some of you downloaded the graphic. You asked me to give you access on Canva, and I did. And I also sent emails with the graphic. You can also download it from my Instagram. It's up on my Instagram profile. I'm Karen_RunwrightReads over on Instagram. So also linked down below, so you could go check me out over there. Download the graphic if you haven't already started. There's lots of time. The summer reading challenge started on June 21st and it goes on until September 23rd. So there are 14 categories, because each category, each prompt starts with a letter that spells out Run Right Reads, because shameless self promotion. So what have I been reading? So I've been reading lots of things, and I guess my first prompt that I'm going to be able to complete is the first one, to reread any book. I have been rereading this book, Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. I read it 2 months ago for the BookTube prize, but I read it kind of quickly and I feel like I didn't capture everything. It was my favorite book of the round, but I feel like I wanted to get more from the story. So I've been rereading it and buddy reading it with my friends and loving it even more the second time around. There's a lot that happens in this book. Like, I really love this cover. Like, it shows all these different elements that are featured in the book, and we have at the center a character who is very artistic. So there's a lot of discussion, there's a lot of description of visual art, and it's something that I love reading about. It's a component in that book, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. So I think if you like this, then you should definitely read Little Fires Everywhere. If you like Little Fires Everywhere, then you should definitely read this. It's an element that is done really well by both of those two authors, those two books, where we are reading about an artist and how they represent their world with visual art. And so I love it. It's one of the things that I love about this book. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to reread this book. So not going to tell you too much more about that, except to say I'm almost done. I feel like I've been reading this book for 6 months, because I read it and then I'm rereading it, and I've been rereading it a little bit more slowly. So I'm still here. I am at page 439 and the book goes up to 548, so I have almost exactly 100 pages left to read. And I thought I'd be done yesterday. I thought I'd have been done the day before, but I think today I need to finish this book so I can move on. Aside from that, I've also been reading. So when I finish reading this would complete my prompt to reread any book. That's going to be my first book that I finish, I think. Although I'm also reading this, Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, and I'm at page 42 in this, and it goes up to page 182. But I read those 42 pages in like a half an hour, I think. So I think I just need to settle with this, sit down and just finish it. This book is so in a bad way. This book is in such a bad way. It's been kind of shuffling around with me for a little while, but yeah. Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. I'm reading this to meet the prompt of an easy book, I think. A book that you consider easy. I mean, I know that I could just absorb one of my daughter's books that I read with her into this challenge, but I think this is going to meet the prompt of read a book that you consider easy. So if I could finish these two, then I could cross off 2 of the items on my list. We're getting there. We're just getting there really slowly. And so yesterday was 4th of July, and I took some pictures, which you may see on Instagram if you follow me over there. Again, shameless plug, Karen_RunwrightReads over at Instagram. Go check me out. I need more followers on Instagram. So if you've been casually looking at my pictures on Instagram and you haven't yet followed me there, please consider following me. I get books from publishers based on my interaction with the book community on Instagram, and I know I don't post as often as I should, and I'm not as religious with the reels and all of that, but when I do put some content up, it's stuff that has taken me a while to create. And so I'd really, really love if you would support me over there, grow my following. If you can help me to get more books I can share with you, that's the plan, that's the goal. Always to be sharing books with you. And so if in the process I get more books to share with you, then that's even better. Thank you so much. So in any case, so the prompt that I was highlighting in the pictures that I took yesterday was red, white, and blue. Read a book with 2 or 3 of the USA flag colors on the cover. So it would have been great if I could have read that book yesterday, but it was also 4th of July, and I had stuff. So these are the books that I shared in those pictures. The Man I Never Met by Elle Cook, which is not as patriotic as it may seem. It does have the USA flag on there, but the author is a British writer. So it's a book about someone traveling from the UK to United States, or vice versa. The Man I Never Met. And so there are 2 travelers on the cover, one with a USA flag and one with a British flag. So I don't know, was it ironic? Was it, I don't know, was it appropriate? Was it ironically appropriate that on the day when we celebrate USA's independence from UK, I chose to highlight a book that had both country flags on the cover? I thought about reading it yesterday, didn't get to it, but I will pick it up pretty soon. I think it's a little over 300 pages, so definitely want to read that book soon. And this was a gift from Penguin Random House Publishers. So another book that I would love for you to check out, because when you check out the books that I recommend, then maybe I get more books to share with you, always to share with you. But I digress. Other books that I was sharing in the pictures yesterday include this one, The Black Echo by Michael Connelly, who I think is one of those quintessential American authors who writes about American life. Harry Bosch is the main character in this book. This is the start of the Harry Bosch series, which went on to spawn a TV series, I think. And so these are pictures here from the TV adaptation. And so I first thought about reading this book based on a conversation that I was having with my brother-in-law, and I'm going to be seeing my brother-in-law very soon. I'd really love to read this so that we can chat about this book and this series when we get together. We have a family event planned soon, so would have loved to have started this book on 4th of July. Didn't get to it, and it has red and white on the cover. So that would definitely fulfill that prompt when I get to it. So hoping to read it pretty soon. But I also have this book, which is assigned to me for the BookTube Prize. I need to really accelerate my BookTube Prize reading. This is one of the books that has been assigned to me, one of the 6 books that I need to finish before this end of this month in order to rank these books in the semi-final round of the BookTube Prize. So more on this soon. This is Half American, subtitled The Epic Story of African Americans Fighting World War II at Home and Abroad. Matthew F. Delmont is the author, and he's a very good looking black man. Distinguished Professor. He's the Sherman Fairchild Distinguished Professor of History at Dartmouth College. Ooh, Ivy League. I love it. So, this, I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch to say that this is red and blue on the cover, but it does have blue and white, right? So, but the fact that it has American in the title was really why I was highlighting it in my pictures yesterday. And the books that I'm reading for the BookTube Prize were published in 2022, so that would certainly fulfill the prompt of new, which is read a book published in 2022 or 2023. Half American could also be a weird title because you're either American or you're not. Half American? I mean, I guess when you talk about ethnicity, a person says that one of their parents is from this place and one of their parents is from the other place, but you're not really half American, you're full American. And so the American flag is pictured here, even if it's kind of in sepia. But yeah, a lot of a lot of prompts could be fulfilled with these books, but strictly I am reading a separate book for each prompt. So I'm hoping to read 14 books by the end of the challenge on September 23rd. Let me know how you're doing with your reading. If you've started reading, if you've chosen a list, then definitely share that with me. Would love to help you keep track of your reading as you make your way through the Run Right Reads reading challenge. So this is our 2-week in check-in. So let me know how it's going for you, what you have planned for the next 12 weeks of summer. So thank you so much for watching. Would love to interact with you in the comments down below. Would also love to chat with you over on Instagram. If you're there, let's chat. So thank you so much for watching this video. We'll be back soon with another one. And until then, happy reading, happy summer. Bye.